Libra, welcome to your general 19 till 30 June reading with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. For those of you that are following my channel, first of all, thank you very much. For those of you that do, you will know that I promised you a Korean finance reading, but then I got really sick. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that for you. Maybe sometime in future I will. Okay, so this is going to be a reading for your, This is going to be a reading for past, present, and future. And remember, it's general, so please take it as it resonates. We are going to clarify, and then we're going to end off with a message from the universe for you. All right, so let's see what it is that we've got for you, starting there with the recent past. So you've got the Hierophant, you've got the Page of Swords, and you've got the Tower. Okay. And I must tell you, and even when I started to do this reading for you, I got a bit of a heaviness in my feeling, like like a little bit heavy, like a bit low, even sort of, what is the word now? Almost like conflicting, basically, like when there's a fight brewing, that sort of thing. But it feels like it might have been an energy that might have been going on there for a while for you. So if you are having challenges at the moment, I want to send you lots and lots of love from my heart. So some difficult steps that some of you needed to take there in the recent past there with that Hierophant. Some difficult things that you may have needed to accept. Okay. We've got dreams in this life. We've got set dreams. We've got a vision. We've got a goal. This is what I'd like to do. That is where I like to be heading. And then we sometimes realize, and not always all that beautiful and ceremoniously, that it's just not going to work out that way. I feel that for some of you, you kind of had that carpet pulled out from underneath you a little bit over there. But you being beautiful, you there with the Page of Swords, I feel that you realize that, you know what? I'm not going to take this laying down. Maybe there's a different way. Maybe there's a different route. And so your mind started to think in different directions. For some of you, unfortunately, I feel that you may have come from fear, and then your mind may have taken you in a bit of a destructive direction there with the Tower. But, and this is how amazing life can be sometimes, without you meaning to have been doing so possibly, you may have kind of like started a deep inner cleansing here within yourself, a deep inner purging. You may not have meant to do so, but then all of a sudden you just found yourself almost like in a duel with your darker side, and you had no choice just but to fight it. Okay, so whether you meant to get yourself there or not, and I feel for most of you didn't, it still took you to that space of deep inner healing. It took you into that deep shadow side. And even though that is not very pleasant, it clears out a lot of the energy, a lot of the negative blockages within us, which then irrevocably takes us in a positive direction. All right? In your current space, you've got the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Strength card, the Leo energy, which is also really about healing. It's about becoming, it's about coming into your own. It's about artistic expression, ego of yourself. Some of you want to be really careful of over sort of like committing yourself. Like, remember, the thing about you is, Libra, you've got this beautiful heart. Then you see that somebody's got a problem. You may say to yourself, well, you can say to yourself, well, I've got some time, so I can just as well help, which is all really great, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what? If life gives you a break, have you just considered that maybe life gave you that break so that you can rest and so that you can reset and, let other people fight their own battles for a while. You just doing your thing there for a bit. Because I feel that for many of you, that is what you needed. Okay? And however, with all of that being said, I see this beautiful relationship that you are growing. It's interesting, I saw this with Aquarius as well. It's beautiful relationship that you are growing with the expanded versions of yourself, meaning other people. Because, we are all one expression of life on this planet Earth, and we might see other people as separate, but they're not separate from us, and that is something that you really get. And I feel that for a lot of you, you may have given a lot of your energy in the past, and now you actually realize that you can take some energy as well. And you know what, in sort of like Wicca practice, really from paganism, really, you learn that as humans, if you kind of think of a steam engine, by the movement itself, it gives off energy, and it goes like chukabaka, and it gives off energy. Apart from the energy that propels it forward, it has other energy that it gives off, like heat and all those type of things. Now, with the human body, obviously you've got blood flowing through your veins, you've got your heart pumping, and all of those type of things that are happening. We give off what we call white energy. And that energy usually just goes into the universe. And so if you're the kind of person that maybe find yourself being depleted, overwhelmed, you're going to a space in a mall or whatever, and you're depleted by energy, you can actually tap you into that, that free energy, that free white energy, and take that for yourself. And you're not really going against anybody's free will when you do that. And you're not really, sort of doing anything that is sort of like really terrible or anything like that, because it's free energy that's available. You're not taking from someone. Okay. And so something that you might want to do, Libra. Why would I say Leo. Leo. But something that you might want to do, Libra, is really to actually move into that Leo energy of yours, where you take your number one step in this life, But what you really want to do is to sort of be open to almost say to life, what is the greatest version of myself that I can grow into if I give myself a complete chance and I focus on my own highest good. Because if you like to help others, here's the wonderful thing about that. If you like to help others and you like to be there for others and all of those type of things, when you are at your best, you are able to give your best, so you're able to give more. So in that sense, it makes sense to really look after yourself. All right? I know that a lot of you are not going to hear me when I say this, but just because you see a problem doesn't mean that you have to be the solution. You can just send some good intentions that way. Okay? Say a quick prayer for that person. Energy moving forward. Your whole world's about to change. The world, 7 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. The world is at Saturn energy, restriction, knowledge, changes, cycles coming to an end. So somewhere within you, you knew that it was time for a cycle to come to an end. So you triggered that clearing, that healing to make it yourself ready to go to that next level. Because we cannot go to a new level with an old mentality, It's that thing about if you want your life to change, you got to be willing to have your mindset change. And if you're not willing to change your mindset, then your life won't change. It really is that simple. Boom, crash, boom, bang. All right? So there's a lot of changes coming about for you. Go with the flow. Don't try to fight it. Okay? Don't even try to understand it. Be open to the idea that there's a higher power that has got your highest good at hand, and you're going to see some things going forward. You might try a couple of things, and I've got to tell you this, there will be some people that try to take advantage of you. And the wonderful thing is, whereas before those people may have been successful, now you will see, this is what you're all about. And then you can just say, no, thank you, that's not for me. Okay, so don't be afraid to interact with new people. And you also go into space, there's a beautiful possibility of love, there's a beautiful possibility of friendship, kinship, heart's desires coming true. Very, very nice. Some of you may think that you missed out on certain things because, whatever, you're too old or whatever now. Those things that you thought that you missed out on, those things are coming about for you. If you like it, you place your hand on your heart, you claim that for yourself. Okay? Let's clarify. So we're going to clarify that recent past first. We're going to clarify the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, and the Tower. What is that all about? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the vibe? So, first card that is insisting on coming out is the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Okay. Deep energy healing, deep emotional healing, deep heart healing, all the way down into the core of your being, healing deep into your cells. Okay? There was some pain, some challenges, some disbelief within the self. When I say disbelief in the self, I mean almost like, oh, look at this. This is so amazing. I manifested this. Could I really have manifested this? Is this me? Oh my goodness. Is this really me? I can't believe this happened to me. So a lot of you have manifested yourself out of the good things that you manifested for yourself and then caused a lot of frustration for yourself. All right. There could have been some travel that has taken place in the past. Some of the travel that you did was some of you running away. And then you realize that it was time to let the magic in, to let yourself in, to let the universe in, to let that higher plan, higher source in. And I can see that you let it in. So even this with the tower, with the high priestess with the tower, because the high priestess is that moon energy, it's about needs, it's about deep emotions, it's about almost like that oracle that always speaks the truth. For many of you, you realize you can't stay where you are. You just realize that. Okay? So things may have seemed really, really terrible. And some of you may have gone very far out in this world just to realize that you had to come back to where you start, because life goes in cycles. Okay? You can't really run away from yourself, because the intention behind your action is what determines your outcome. And I know I've been trying to run away from myself for years. It only makes it worse. Okay. So let's look at your current energy. So we're looking at the Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Strength card. I'm going to draw a card for that King of Cups first, because I was a little bit confused about it. And you got the Four of Pentacles here for this King of Cups. There is stability coming in your life. All right. I feel that for some of you, there was some lack. It's like the opportunities were there, but it almost felt like with opportunities, with money, with going forward, it almost felt like life was dwindling a carrot in front of you. You know, like a carrot in front of a donkey, and you follow the carrot, but you never actually really reach it. For many of you, it felt like that. You was, but I see that you then, and this is why it was necessary for some of you to take some time out. You took some time out, your energy stabilized, you just focus on things. Instead of focusing on your problems, you focus on, look at this beautiful flower, look at that sunrise, you know, those type of things, really tasting the coffee, playing with the dog, that sort of stuff, taking a shower and actually enjoying it, going from a space of like frustration to a space of like, well, it is what it is. That has brought beautiful stability within your energy. And that's sort of almost like, if you want to imagine that we are all connected by little silver cords, and we send messages through these cords consistently, because 95% up to 99% of our communication happens on a subconscious level. You started to send out a much more positive message, so people started to come to you, they started to seek out you, they started to head on you, they say, hey, don't you do this, don't you do that, can't you do this? And it is your energy that has changed, that is bringing stability for you within the physical, within the materialistic, with money and the things that money can buy. Okay. So I'm not saying that you're going to make a lot of money, but I do say that if maybe at this point in time you don't have sort of like your independence and stuff like that, and that's important to you, that is what's coming possible for you. Maybe you need a car to do your whatever, that's becoming possible for you. Okay. Maybe you don't get a new car, but you get an amazing mechanic, that sort of thing. Okay, let's clarify the rest of your current space. Eight of Wands, King of Cups, the Strength energy. And for that, you've got the Six of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. So this is a definite space of release. From your very good heart, you may have started to create codependency here within your life. People that would, they were just beginning to depend on you. Libra's going to do it. But I feel that you got into a space where your own inner peace, your own, what's important to you, it became more pivotal than carrying other people. And so I see you releasing, and I see you releasing in a very healthy sort of way. Okay? All these parasites almost. Okay? And sometimes, it's one of those cases, if you keep on giving, people keep on taking. And now you're like, well, I'm not giving anymore. Very good for you. Energy going forward, the World, Seven of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. You see, now going forward, you're beginning to manifest from the heart. What would I like to have from the heart? Focusing on what you'd like to have, but not from a point of frustration and feeling lack and feeling limitation, and you really open the doors of prosperity for you. Six of Wands is about victory and success in every way, shape, and form, and that's what's coming for you. Your your sort of manifestation ability is speeding up going forward, because you are getting a deeper understanding with your energy. Maybe you've been taking some sort of energy course, energy practice, or just working yourself, or whatever it is. It's really beginning to pay off in very positive ways for you. Let's see what the universe has got to say for you, beautiful Libras. And if that resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you giving the video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. Really appreciate it. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Swords, you've got the Chariot energy, which is that Cancerian energy, and you have got the the Ten of Pentacles, my apologies. All right, and you know, with that Cancerian energy, it's about security, it's about foundations. There is nothing more important to a Cancerian than feeling secure. Feeling like the roof above their head is like secure and guaranteed and those type of things. So I see you going forward. I see you giving yourself a chance. And I also see you having a good understanding of your light, a good understanding of your dark. I see things being very balanced for you. And yes, you might be charging forward very, very, very strongly. And normally I would say to you, you might want to take it easy, just a little bit there. But I can see that in this space, you can really move forward and you can really, really go for gold, because you understand your dark side. You understand the things that can sort of like sabotage life for you, and you've got a very healthy relationship with it. So instead of it running you, you are running it. And because you've got that balance going on, that yin-yang balance going on, that in itself opens the door for you for your dream life, basically. That is what's coming about for you. Okay, that's what's in the cards for you. And that's what I got for you. Hope that it helps. And if you are open to a personal reading, the details are down below in the description. There's also a link for my step-by-step tarot reading course. There's a link for my free oracle card reading course. There's a description for how to book an online regression hypnosis session with me, that some people also call past life regression. But for now, from my heart, namaste, love and light. I'll see you next time.